5. We're getting ready for our first bout right now. Let me introduce first, heading to the blue corner, Anthony Hogeback.
First bout of the evening tonight will take place in the featherweight division. Anthony Hogeback coming in, representing Bowerhouse MMA in Frederick, Maryland. Taking on Andrew Hukill, representing FFLA Boxing out of Massillon, Ohio, as Hogeback makes his way to the cage here. 23 years old, makes his MMA debut. Originally from the Pittsburgh area, now fighting and training out of Frederick, Maryland, and a really well-known gym out there on the East Coast, and we see them start to make their name here in 247 Fighting Championships, as Hogeback will be the first fighter in the cage here tonight.
It's always exciting when you see debut fighters, because no matter what their background is, this is the first time they've competed in MMA. So what might have worked in kickboxing or boxing or jiu-jitsu or wrestling now has to make the transition to MMA. It'll be exciting to see what he does.
Yeah, and Hogeback said he played all team sports growing up: football, basketball, baseball. He was a standout lacrosse and hockey player at a D3 school in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, St. Vincent College, and has been a really well-rounded athlete for his entire life, and has some jiu-jitsu experience, some grappling experience. Has been training in MMA for about 2.5 years, so a long time to make that MMA debut here tonight.
Absolutely. You're obviously talking about somebody who likes sports and likes a variety of techniques, and I think that will cross over well in MMA, where you have to be willing to do a variety of things and not just stick with one skill.
Hogeback's in the cage. Drew Shannon going to bring out his opponent.
And now coming to the red corner, Andrew Hukill.
Andrew Hukill coming out of Massillon, Ohio, a well-known football town in the state of Ohio. Head coach Dion Montgomery, assistant coach Mark Deering. Says he has about 2 years of experience with MMA and jiu-jitsu as well as wrestling. As we take a look here at the tail of the tape, both of these guys making their debut here tonight. Hukill is 3 years the elder. Both came in at under the 145-pound limit, and Hogeback is 1 inch shorter than Hukill. And we were joking, the rest of this fight card, the names are pretty easy to say, but the two hardest are the first two guys in the cage. So we're going to get our name pronunciations down early, and then it'll be smooth sailing the rest of the night.
It's always nice to see debut fighters coming in underweight. That's one of the things that a lot of them don't have experience with, unless they were a wrestling background, is to hit a certain weight on a certain day at a certain time. So congratulations to them to really getting the first battle out of the way before their debut.
Yeah, and Hukill is a guy, comes from a boxing gym. You got to think he's going to want to try to stand and trade at least early in this fight, as Drew has the official introduction.
Our first fight of the night is sponsored by Ken Sinagra Northwest Mutual. Spend your life living with a financial plan with Ken Sinagra. This bout is an amateur featherweight bout, 3 2-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, fighting out of Frederick, Maryland, representing Bowerhouse MMA, 23 years of age, standing at 5'8", weighing 144.2 pounds, with a record of 0-0, making his debut this evening, Anthony Hogeback. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of Massillon, Ohio, representing FFLA Boxing, 26 years of age, standing at 5'9", weighing 144 pounds, Andrew Jocko Hukill. Let's send it down to David and Luke for the play-by-play.
Hogeback in the black with the blue glove tape. Hukill also in the black with the red glove tape. Chip Snyder is the referee for this one.
We're about ready to get Brawl in the Burgh 5 underway. Please use the hashtag BITB5 anytime tonight. There it is up on the screen, so you can use that when you're following along on social media.
Exactly, and this bout brought to you by Ken Sinagra of Northwestern Mutual, as we await, we have a little bit of a delay here as the referee is about to go in the cage. Chip Snyder, veteran referee. I told him I'd be easy on him tonight, but no promises. Got the double mask tonight for Chip, the mask and the neck gaiter, so he's covered.
And 2-for-7 Fighting Championship Brawl in the Burgh 5 is officially underway.
Nice body kick there from Hukill. Southpaw for Hogeback. Both guys throwing a lot of kicks early on.
Both right now looking very comfortable in the stand-up, both willing to see what happens here, and then obviously there's a change in plans.
Yeah, Hukill threw that jab, and Hogeback immediately shot, changed levels, got the takedown there. Now in the guard here as we talk about the amateur novice rules for the first time. 2-minute rounds, no strikes to the head on the ground, and of course you see them wearing those shin guards. As Hukill now looking for the guillotine. Going to be tough to finish from this position as Hogeback doing a good job ducking his head.
Right now, Hukill's been the more busy, active fighter from the bottom. It is a little bit of a challenge.
Hogeback tries to slide that knee through, and it almost got swept there. As Hukill now looking for maybe a triangle off of his back as he tries to get that right leg over the back of Hogeback.
But a nice little guard pass into half guard here.
Yeah, and Hukill has control of the neck here from Hogeback. Going to be tough to do anything here. He actually might get choked. You see Hogeback looking maybe for the Von Flue choke. Going to be difficult to get it from this position. But he uses that shoulder to...
Could happen. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, uses that shoulder to help him pass the side control. Under 30 seconds left here in round number 1.
Nice little exchanges using the knee, which is legal, to the side there as long as it's below the clavicle, and that can create a lot of damage depending on how many times he can throw it.
Yeah, Hogeback looked to try to go to mount there, but good job by Hukill regaining his guard here as we are under 10 seconds left in round number 1.
Hukill has remained composed on the ground, coming from a boxing background, definitely had a game plan for the ground to keep his opponent tight, work the body, and then kind of hold on to see what would happen from there.
Yeah, you see both of those guys came in immediately. You can tell they have pretty well-rounded games. As we look here at the replay, we see Hukill looking for that guillotine, but instead Hogeback tries to slide that knee through and gets swept. Still ends up on top here, though. And it almost looks like Hukill was trying to pull guard there to get a triangle. The shin guards make it so difficult in these novice rules. Not a lot of guys train with them on, unless you're doing just true stand-up, kickboxing. But it's tough to grapple with shin guards on. That
may be a classic example of the cliche position over submission. I think Hukill did have a roll through there. He probably would have been able to get top control. It made sense for him at the time to pull guard to try to get a triangle, but I think he might rewatch this and wish that he had rolled through to get top control and worked from there.
Yeah, Hogeback, as we mentioned, coming out of Bauerhaus MMA, definitely trains with some top-level guys. 7-3 pro fighter Terry Bartholomew is on his team. He's here tonight as well. Hogeback with the clinch here up against the cage.
Cage work can usually take amateur fighters a while to figure out their style and what works for them. A lot of gyms are focusing more on wall time and cage work time to figure out positions like this.
Yeah, this fight, just early on, you can see so evenly matched up. It's so hard to get even matchups when you have two debut guys, but both of these guys very well-rounded as we see Hogeback now looking here for the trip takedown up against the cage as Hukill stays busy, throwing some punches to the ribs and then to the thigh.
Hogeback obviously advanced his head to behind the shoulder, and that allowed to the takedown. It looks like he's working
in full mount here now. Just over a minute left here in round number 2. Halfway through this fight.
His coaches were calling for a head arm triangle choke. He gave that up. It looked like he was looking for it at one point. But he's working full mount here, which is very tough.
Yeah, and Hukill looking to try to throw him off the top. Almost got his back taken.
Going to try to wall walk up.
So they are all pretzeled up here with 30 seconds left here in round number 2. Hogeback doing a good job, though, of maintaining that position. not getting rolled, still on top here in this mount, in this dominant position. And, you know, this is definitely winning this round, just being in this dominant position.
Hukill's exploding well and almost got him rolled over, but that is going to tax his energy. It takes a lot of energy to explode, particularly when you're full mounted. We're under 10 seconds, so round 2 will come to a close.
Yeah, both rounds we've seen a pretty high pace, fast pace from both of these guys, debut amateurs. As we see here, the shots to the thigh from Hukill. I believe we're going to see this roll through, and then good job by Hogeback just continuing to roll through, ending up in full mount there.
Yeah.
And spent the second half of that round in that dominant mount position, and that's definitely got to give him that round.
And that's what happens in 2-minute rounds. 2-minute rounds go by quickly, particularly in a grappling situation where time goes by in a certain position. In striking, 2 minutes does give a little bit more time to work. And, of course, on Wednesday we saw a fight end in only 7 or 8 seconds. So, obviously, MMA is so dynamic. Anything can happen at any time.
Set to go round number 3 here for both of these guys. And, I'm a fan. Debut guys, you love to see them go into that third round. Give them plenty of tape to work on as they move forward in their career. And both of these guys, are going to have a lot to go off of after this fight, win or lose. But I think they both still want the finish here as we're in round number 3. More clinch work up against the cage, and it looks like Hogeback really is comfortable. Yeah. Really likes to use that cage to get the fight to the ground, as he did in the second round. Excuse me. Hukill looking for the takedown, but good job rolling through again for Hogeback. I love that he doesn't give up when on takedowns. He still continues to try to roll through and always tries to end up on top.
Hukill's being smart here on the ground. He's going to push him away. That was very good. He's back to his feet. Earlier in the fight, he had tried a submission. I think with the shin guards, he realizes that isn't going to work. He's got a pretty good guillotine set up here potentially.
Yeah, and he dove in for that takedown, had his head a little low. And now Hukill, you see the big, deep breath there. Just over a minute left in this fight.
Looks like the head's going to pop out, and it is. You could see Hukill kind of lose the position there.
Hogeback, you see, trying to pin that left knee of Hukill down to try to get the pass here.
Hukill had a little bit of a sweep opportunity there.
Yeah, was looking for that butterfly sweep off of his back.
He's got his foot on the hip, which can be used for space. Hukill's doing everything he can to stay busy from the bottom. That rarely works on the scorecards, though.
Hogeback now in half guard here, trying to slide that left leg through. Good grappling battle here. I mean, we definitely knew Hukill was more of a boxing stand-up guy. Obviously, both of these guys very well-rounded, but most of this fight spent on the ground, and I think Hogeback seemed to get the better of at least definitely the positioning.
Hukill has a sense of urgency. You can see here. Did his absolute best to fight violently off his back. Obviously, Hogeback did a great job of implementing his game plan in what will be one of these fighters' debut win.
We are going to head to the judges' scorecards here in our first bout of the evening. So we take a look here at the replay from the third round. You see we just saw just the end of that butterfly sweep attempt there from Hukill, as Hogeback doing a good job staying on top, keeping the position, not getting swept, not really doing a ton of damage, and that's difficult in novice amateur MMA. The tough to do ground and pounds to really work on your grappling and work on your on trying to pass and position over submission and live to fight another day.
Absolutely. It's good learning experience for both. When it comes to amateur novice rule set, it favors a grappling heavy attack. Hukill, in many ways, was the more aggressive fighter, trying to throw more, trying to create more damage, but being off his back and being controlled for most of all 3 rounds, it's probably going to go against him in his debut.
Yeah, and we await the judge's decision here from ring announcer Jer Shannon, but good way to get things started. We had Brawl in the Burgh 4. We had a great back and forth battle in our first bout of the evening, so almost a little bit of deja vu here. A couple of debut guys.
Absolutely, and Brawl in the Burgh 5 is officially underway. First fight out of the way here. Remember to use hashtag BITB5 social media. We welcome everyone who's following along on the pay-per-view stream. We wish we could have had people here live. I'm sure they wish they could be here live as well, but hats off to Ryan Middleton, everybody at 247 Fighting Championships, and the state commissioner for athletics allowing this fight to occur without fans.
Yeah, and thank you to sponsor of this bout, Ken Sinagra at Northwestern Mutual. I know I was talking to Ryan, and he said, that he was part of the genesis. The reason that, Ryan was able to start this promotion, start fight promoting, is because he did financial planning with Ken Sinagra, as I believe Drew is ready with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have made their decision. It goes down to the judges. Judge number 1 scores this bout 30-27. Judge number 2 scores this bout 29-28. Judge number 3 scores this bout 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Anthony Hogeback.
Good debut win there for Anthony Hogeback, as he is now an undefeated amateur fighter. Good grappling showcase there by the 23-year-old out of Frederick, Maryland. I know he mentioned that he was planning on returning back to the Pittsburgh area and wants to become a police officer in the area, pursuing a career in law enforcement to protect and serve his community.
Tonight I will be interviewing all winning fighters afterwards. Instead of being in the cage due to COVID, I will be interviewing them over the headset. So as soon as Anthony Hogeback is able to join us, we will hear his thoughts on his first win of his MMA career. Again, thank you for everyone who is joining us on the live stream, on the pay-per-view for Brawl in the Burgh 5 at 247fighting.com. Anthony, congratulations on your debut win.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let me point out, obviously, as you catch your breath, that it was a grappling heavy fight and obviously had a lot of really great positions up against the cage. How much experience did you have working in the gym against cages or walls, working on that clinch game?
We have a cage in our gym, so we work on it a lot. And I believe that we have one of the best gyms in this area with grappling. Chris Bauer, who owns our gym, is one of the best black belts in the world. And we have Terry, who's another great black belt, so we learn from good guys.
Absolutely, and it showed tonight as you controlled and dominated the fight. What's your takeaways and your emotions here getting into the cage and getting your first win?
Oh, man, it's really scary, honestly. And I think people try to front and, say that it's not, but it is, man. There's a lot of nerves, and especially for your first one. So I'm just happy that I came out and, did a good job.
Well, you did a great job conquering your nerves. Congratulations to you. Go enjoy your debut win with your team, and hats off to you and your team for getting the job done tonight.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to say thank you to my team, family, girlfriend, all the people that support me doing this. And I just want to say thank you to them.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again.